Live from a local knick-knack paddy wagon, it's the Mastication Station. With your host, Tony J Lemmon. And back for his 8th final performance, Lee Daly. Special guest tonight, she's a medical biller and coder, Juju Ritumalta. And DJ and entrepreneur, Kohrman. And musical guest from Kodiak Island, Wrong Pipe. Our sponsor is gluten. From gluten sticks to gluten injections. Gluten, it's misunderstood. And now he's dazed and confused. So much it's not true. Tony J Lemmon.
Hey everybody.
Hi Tony, what are you eating?
Hey, it's a cookie with gluten because gluten is delicious. And, well, I think it's from the nation of Canada because they wanted to send it to us. So we would promote gluten. I think gluten's gotten a bad rap lately. So the nation of Canada has sent us some wonderful gluten-filled cookies. So our sponsor tonight, is gluten. Gluten, it's delicious.
And good for you.
And good for you.
At least that's what the Canadian board is saying. You know, Canadians don't eat gluten.
They don't?
Everything they eat is gluten-free. They seem to be sending us, the Americans, the heavy gluten things. So maybe, you know, I understand, and we appreciate Canada for sponsoring with gluten our show and picking up our tab for last night's dinner and drinks at the Benihana. But
and for the gluten sticks.
And the gluten sticks.
And the gluten pudding.
Fried gluten flakes.
Yep.
And the gluten balls dipped in gluten.
Yeah. And the gluten wrapped in gluten, dipped in gluten with the gluten glazing.
Fried gluten.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the gluten jewelry is wonderful because if you're on the go and you need a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of gluten and a little rash here and there, gluten sticks and gluten jewelry will do the trick. So welcome to Mastication Station. I wanted to thank you for all coming here. I wanted to also extend this to you. It is the Thief of the Week Award. So our first picture is the Thief of the Week Award. Goes to this man who tried to steal Venetian blinds. And you can maybe tell where he put them. Not sure. But he went out of the store with Venetian blinds and tried to steal them. There is one other picture of him, but they can't find it. It was when he was trying to steal a piranha from a pet store. So our Studio Ed is here, Lee Daly.
Hi everybody and welcome to the show. We'd like to thank the good people of Flagstaff, Arizona for putting us up at the Hotel 8 right next to the studio. And we're here editing and doing our show here. We have a wonderful audience, capacity crowd
of
1,232. We've got some VIP guests. We've got some people from the Philippines that are here for one of our guests, I think. So we're looking forward to that. Hope you enjoy the show. And because Canada is so generous with America, each and every one of you, underneath your seats, you have a bag of double gluten cookies.
Yes.
Wonderful. They're a little dry, so you want to take most of your bodily fluids when you eat them, because you'll lose most of them. But they are super delicious, and I think, you know, I don't think we can thank Canada enough.
Do you take your bodily fluids with you everywhere you go?
Everywhere I go, I take all my bodily fluids with me. Everywhere I go.
In a ham hand.
In a cart, in a wagon that's out back.
Our other story I wanted to reiterate to you was,
that's
I believe it's
word.
reiterate.
I love that word.
Yes.
When you say it, it's fine.
And I said it meaning having no idea what it meant.
That's a lot.
Is a man named Gary Ernst, and he did a great job of winning the election in California. The problem was he was already dead. So the poor guy, you know, that hasn't happened since, I think, Strom Thurmond was elected 3 times after he died.
Wasn't he an astronaut?
Who?
Strom Thurmond.
That was yes, sure.
I think he did HAL 2000. Strom Thurmond. HAL 2000.
Hal Gurney.
Oh.
He was in a gurney.
He was Gurneyless.
He was gurneyless and
Penniless.
penniless.
Right.
And our caption this contest picture this week, you can email us at masticationstation@yahoo.com to caption this picture. Poor guy. He was in a truck and he went in between two semis. And guess what? The guy made it. He's alive. So you can email us at masticationstation@yahoo.com your caption for that picture. My caption would probably be, would you hurry up and take the picture and get me out of here? So, you have one?
Something to do with squeeze play. Something, I don't know, something like that. I mean, the guy looked pretty good. He looked very comfortable.
I would say it was
Wrapped around
a
metal.
smart car after he was
It was
there. So.
it was a thin car.
And finally, as you probably know, the guy with the hair hat won the election. So we're gonna have a new president, and they're getting ready in Washington, and you can tell by the picture that everybody's getting ready to welcome him. So that's what's happening.
That looks like one of those skeleton dummies that we had in high school, minus the hair.
I'm not sure if that hair's alive, actually.
I don't know. It's got a mind of its own.
Yes. So we have some guests tonight. We have, what are they? Who are they?
We have a lovely young lady from,
Juju
from the Philippines.
Ritumalta.
Say it again.
It again.
No, say her name again.
Juju, don't look at me because I got my notes here. Juju Ritumalta.
Rimanota.
That is wrong. Ritumalta. Ritumalta. Yeah, she is from
Let's get security
other
up here.
countries of the world, and she is going to tell us about things that she eats.
Right.
As well as
We have a young man,
Kohrman, Kevin Kohrman.
Kevin Kohrman, a wonderful DJ that's local up in Fort Wayne. He's not down here in Flagstaff with
Right,
us.
local
we
there.
brought him down, flew him down at a great expense to our company that we don't have.
But because of the gluten, we were able to do that.
We had a lot of gluten, so we sold some, yes, to buy
Yes.
him at there. Well, a young man, wonderful young man, entrepreneur. I think it's French.
Entrepreneur.
Yes.
So those people are here, and with some surprises, which will probably not happen. So we'll be right back after this. Don't go away.
Folks, why do you eat Wheaties?
We like it.
Did you know it's always been whole wheat with all the bran, and bran is one of nature's best sources of food fiber.
That's news to us.
Wheaties breakfast this morning?
Sure, it helps me feel fit.
But do you know Wheaties has bran fiber your body may need?
That's news to me.
Why Wheaties?
Oh, we love the taste.
I have for years. But do you know for years you've been getting something extra for your diet? Bran fiber?
Well, that's news to me.
Wheaties. It's brand news.
Well, welcome back to Mastication Station. I see that you stayed. That's wonderful. Our sponsor tonight is gluten, and Lee has something to say about that.
Gluten. It's a food that everyone's afraid of, and we really don't know what it is. We don't know where it comes from, but it's got America terrified. So thanks to gluten, our show is being sponsored tonight by a substance that's really unknown. And we'd like to thank the
yes, go
people
ahead.
at Flagstaff who are here tonight,
Yes.
Flagstaff, but they're having some severe flooding. That's why we have the sandbags here to protect the valuable
Innocent
sound
and the
equipment.
Non-innocent.
Yeah. So thank the audience. Thanks for everybody coming. And there is a bag of gluten under each of your seats.
Fine.
Be sure to take that when you leave and enjoy your gluten. Back to you, Tony.
We have gluten sticks, we have gluten pudding, and we have gluten other products that you can actually wear as a necklace. So that's wonderful when you're on the go. So our sponsor, I already talked about our sponsor, but our guests are Kevin Kohrman, who's a DJ and ultramanure.
Ultra fine manure.
The finest manure.
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. Yeah, which means you don't have to get up
Nothing
and
to
go
do
to
with
work. You
manure
just
whatsoever.
Get to wear PJs all day.
Absolutely no relationship to manure.
At all.
At all. As far
What a
as we
waste,
know.
don't you think?
I don't know. Went to
Hey,
college.
our other guest is here now, and her name is Juju. I gotta get this right. Ritumalta.
You better get that right.
Nice.
Juju is a informaticist. No, you are. What do you do?
Medical billing and coding.
Medical building and coding.
Medical billing.
Building.
and
Billing. You work in a medical building.
It is a medical building, yes. It's a doctor's office.
So tell us what kind of hours you work, or what kind of a job is you in a cubicle? How's that go?
Well, I have my own office, and I work from 8:30 to 4:30. Basically, when you go to the doctor, and then you come out, you bring a paper, right? And then you give it to the person in front. Those are the MAs. Those papers, after you guys are seen, the next day is given to us. That's called a super bill.
Super bill.
That's right. That's where we got the codes, and then we build the insurance companies.
So if I go to the doctor, when I walk in, I get a coffee. That's in the bill. And when I sit down, I get the magazine. That's in the bill. And when the doctor looks at me, that's on the bill. And he says, we don't know what it is, that's on the bill, right? All those things?
I don't
How many
know.
people are on, I mean, if I go to the doctor, how many people are coded in there? A lot of people?
Actually, it's just the people that's seen you. The coffee and the magazine is freebie.
Oh.
Yeah, and then when you get seen, you'll get normal and EM visit, which is like a 99213 code, or a 99214, which is basically
A lot of
evaluation.
numbers. That's
There are a lot of numbers,
Yeah.
yes.
So you have those all memorized?
No.
So what's a 682?
Oh, heck, I don't know. It's a number. What's the number for 911?
I think it's 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's backwards.
Oh.
Is it? Or how do you spell
It's
FBI?
119.
Well,
Because if you're dialing 119, you're dead.
Oh, that's right.
But I think they went metric this year, didn't they? So I mean, it's not.
No,
not
they're still Kelvin. Tony. They're still
Oh.
Kelvin.
Okay. So when you do your coding, what's like the worst thing? Like you've coded it in. What's like a leg chopped off, or how do you do that? You see, do you have to code that kind of stuff in, like amputations and stuff?
I haven't done that in my 5 years of billing and coding, but I used to work at a PCP, primary care physician.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
that's,
I thought that was a drug, PCP.
I know it's a drug too.
Oh.
Shh,
Well, don't
don't
tell
tell
me.
anyone. That's a secret. But anyhow, yes, and now I work at a cardiologist office.
Okay.
And so normally we were just coding EKG, Doppler testing, anything that's got to do
Doppler,
with
is
the
that
heart.
weather?
It's weather.
I thought it was weather in the very beginning,
Yeah.
but it's not.
No.
It's a heart test.
A Doppler?
So our
Doppler
weather
test,
channels come
yeah.
from the cardiologist?
It's called, the code is 92306.
well,
or
9
something.
times 99.
So if I get a Doppler and somebody else looks like me, is that my Doppler ganger?
No, I don't know the answer to that.
So the rumor has it that you're not actually from around here. Is that true?
What gives? Yes.
Where are you from? And tell us about that place. And what's the best thing about coming here, or the worst thing about coming here, or anything you want to tell us? All those
That's
questions
like
and more.
6 questions. in a row.
Yeah, that's a lot there. So one
It's
by
multiple
one.
choice, so.
Multiple choice. Okay, I came here from the Philippines. It's composed of 7,101 islands. Yeah, 7,107 if it's low tide.
Oh, okay.
I think it's more than that. I'm not sure then. But anyhow, came over in 94 and I had some culture shocks. The first one, I came here November 4. I was shocked by just right after Halloween, so they still have those decorations.
Oh.
And then there's one, their front yard is like a graveyard,
I'm
which
going
is,
to move this.
oh,
There you go.
which is awesome.
I feel better.
That's okay, which is awesome. At that time, my perspective was different. It's from a third world country that hasn't seen that kind of Halloween celebration. Because Halloween over there is going to the cemetery and praying for the dead.
Oh.
And, All Souls Day.
All Saints?
All Souls Day or All Saints Day.
Okay.
And here it's different. So I told my ex-husband, ex now, very ex.
Very good.
I told him, he's a nice guy, we're friends. Are you guys worshiping the devil here or what? Because that was my perspective at that time.
Yeah.
Because the Halloween, I don't know how it came about that all those goofy masks and scary masks, basically.
yeah.
I'm not used to that. But
So
that's one of my shock.
the way that you celebrate it somewhat related to like the Mexican Day of the Dead?
Yes.
That's the tie-in, the relationship?
Yes, it's tied, basically, yes.
Yes. See, Tony, if you read more, you'd know that.
I don't know.
You don't read at all.
I don't. I like
Oh.
warning labels.
He read the
Yeah, that's-
ABC.
The ABC book.
He reads
yeah.
warning
Yeah,
labels
you're
and he reads
babies.
nutritional facts on stuff
Yeah.
that he's not supposed to eat.
Like
Yeah.
gluten.
Like
Gluten sticks.
gluten.
It's
I don't know where
delicious.
gluten comes from. I think it's a conspiracy myself.
Yeah. Well, I think it's high in flavor.
High in fiber. So is
Yes,
celery.
so am I. So.
You're high in a lot of things, but in
What is the best thing about coming here?
Well, people here are friendly. I can say that. I don't know. It's just a different culture. Oh, you have a charge card called credit.
Yes, our friend.
Because in our country everything is cash.
Okay.
You want a house? Cash. You have car? Need cash. Here, everything is credit. And I'm surprised, but I guess it helps some people, but it also doesn't help other people because they think it's free money. No, so anyhow, what
Yeah.
was the question again?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
You
also.
got to give us credit for that.
something to do with Christmas.
That's right.
What was the strangest thing?
Well, aside from the Halloween part,
Ritumalta. What was the strangest thing?
aside from the Halloween
Yeah.
part, well, a lot of people likes hamburgers, which is an American food, and I'm not used to that. What else are the strangest things here? Ooh, I don't remember. All I know is the Halloween part. Oh, the Christmas part and New Year's Eve. Christmas over in the Philippines is we have Christmas Mass, Midnight Mass, and New Year's Eve. Everybody is celebrating. Every household have their own fireworks.
Ooh, wow, in the house?
Well, you got to go outside.
Okay.
I think
You
it's
don't
a
wanna
waste
burn
to
the
go outside
house.
myself.
So everybody has their own fireworks, and at midnight everybody's lighting up fireworks. So the next thing in the morning, you can tell the
Sky.
air. It's just
All
still
the burn
dark.
marks?
Houses are burned down.
Yeah, houses burned down. The hands. There's just like ER is very full because they've been lighting up.
That's good
Fingers
business.
gone.
Oh.
Same thing here. Our ERs
We do have that,
are,
yeah.
are full of
Yeah,
people
but
that
over
blow their
there,
fingers
every
off.
household here, it's not much.
But you have to code it right.
Yeah,
when
it's got to
there's
be
a finger
coded.
going.
Yeah, you have
paperwork.
to, exactly.
So you get charged for it.
That's yes, you get charged for that. Hey, there's a lot of things that goes in the back when you go to the doctor's office.
So now, there was a story about you working at an election
Oh,
in the Philippines.
yes, it's not.
And how did
working.
that go?
I volunteered as a NAMFREL. It's National Alliance Movement for Free Election.
Okay.
Because back then, here, we just had the voting recently. It's electronic. Over there, you have to write it down. So, we had to volunteer to watch the ballot boxes because it can be stolen and be replaced.
Ooh, big money.
Yeah. Well, I had to guard one of the ballot boxes in the. Our candidate won. I'm not going to say, but and then after that, because their candidate didn't won, here comes the goons with the guns and I don't know, Armalites and having their guns shot in the air. So
Wow.
yeah, like in the middle of the school. So everybody was running around. So I took the ballot box and I hid in a closet because we won. I don't want them to get, but they found me and they got me. And then
So
they
the guys with guns,
Goons.
Me.
the goons,
the
as you said,
goons
The Goonies.
got me.
they came in.
They got me
They
with
got
the ballot
you.
box, and I don't want to give them the ballot box.
No.
Nope. Kill me or what? But anyhow, I had two other people with me. They took us to the city hall, and after that, they took us somewhere. And then my mom's friend, who was a colonel back then, saw me, and she said, "What is she doing there?" So they let me go. But the other two, they were gone. Like, gone.
Really?
Yep.
In front of you?
Not in front of
Okay.
me, but they died.
Wow. So they got the ballot box. They took it.
Yes, they took it.
Wow.
They replaced it. And so their candidate won. But after that, we had the people power. That's called the Peaceful Revolution in EDSA, which we had to sleep on the row because there's a coup, and the generals are in like a base, and we have to protect that. So there's a lot of people that's circling that. Oh, a lot, thousands of people. and just to protect them, and people bringing food. About 2 nights we slept
Wow.
on the road, and the people would let us use. The people that are there would let us use their bathrooms, or they give us food. And then when the tanks came,
Tanks?
like
Thanks a
tanks.
lot.
not tanks,
fish
but real
tanks.
tanks, like tanks, like boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna
Okay,
shoot
those kind of
you.
tanks. Okay.
Some tanks. There's some nuns that was there, and we just held hands. So the tanks did not charge, and there's some nuns there who has some flowers, and we gave them to the tank drivers. And they
Wow.
got out, and they couldn't forward anymore, and then
That's
we-
very, very Tiananmen Square kind of thing.
okay.
Chinese did the same thing.
Yes,
Protesters stood in
Tiananmen
front of the
Square.
tank.
Yeah,
It's
right,
like
right.
Tiananmen Square. It's
Right.
like that,
See?
but it's like
She'll catch up.
yeah, I'll catch up to you. I had to enunciate.
I like
Remember?
the ballot box thing. That
Yes.
takes that saying over my dead body to a whole new level.
I thank God I'm
Right.
not dead, because my mom was calling either.
This interview would not be happening.
Yeah,
if that-
exactly, because she is calling, I don't know, probably morgues.
Wow. Yeah.
Because at that time, life is like kind of cheap on some other countries. So anyhow, then we had that People Power Revolution, and Ninoy Aquino, Corazon Aquino won. I said it. I said
Corazon.
Corazon Aquino won. If you want to Google it, the People
That's another
Power
way he knows
Revolution
things.
in the Philippines.
When was that?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to jog my memory. I was in college, 1983,
Something or other.
84, somewhere there.
I was in 3rd grade.
So
And your point,
I really don't have.
and your point is,
Well, I appreciate you coming,
well, thank
and
you.
I'm glad you survived.
I know
And you're here to
it.
talk about
Thanks.
it.
Hi, Mom. How
Yeah.
are you? My sisters.
We're
Joy.
on the
Can
other
I
side
say?
of TV over
Yeah.
there.
Lot. Jovi, Irene. Those
Yeah.
are my sisters.
They're by
Hi.
they're by the buffet back there.
There
so-
you go. They're clapping their hands.
VIP seating.
Yeah, by the little spittoon over there.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
Because we know on Mastication Station, we have to do a little challenge for our guests. So this is the challenge. This is what the kids are all outraged about these days. There's
Okay.
a water bottle, and what our goal is to flip it in the air so that it lands like that.
And do I have to stand
You want
up
to
for that?
practice? No, you can sit. You want to practice? It won't count.
Sure.
Okay. So just like that. Okay. That was pretty.
This
okay.
has to be that high.
Okay, now we're gonna try.
Can I use this one?
No,
Okay.
this has special water in it. That makes me
Heavy
win.
water.
So
Lake water.
because I very rarely win, actually. How
you never
long-
win. You've won once because you cheated.
Because how did I cheat?
You confused the guest and then you started.
Well, I confuse all
No,
guests.
wait. I thought all the guests eat chips in the end.
Well, that
Where's
was
my
one
chip?
episode.
No.
That was our
two
entire budget for
episodes.
last year.
What did we do? We did chip eating. We did
Bridge building.
Bridge building.
We did over the back
The ball
tossing
thing.
things.
Uh,
We did the jelly beans
we shaved balloons. Shaved balloons.
with jelly beans.
That would have been more challenging than
Shaved
that.
balloons.
Really? You think so?
Yes,
Okay.
shaved
All right.
balloons.
My turn first.
is the best
You
chance
wanna
of
go
him to
first?
win.
Well,
No, I already
You're the
did.
judge.
I tried.
Should she go first or?
Let me talk to my counsel.
Okay.
Yes, she should go first.
Okay, because I'm a guest. Oh, it didn't
Okay.
go
That
there.
was terrible.
Can I go now?
You can go now, but it has to flip twice.
Oh, it does?
Flip,
It does to do
flip,
flip
twice.
twice.
That was once. It was 1.5.
1.5 flips.
Oh,
That looked like
Nope.
that could have been a winner right
That
there.
was fun.
yeah, it just fell right there. See?
Is there
This
any
the
chance
winner.
any one of you might get
watching?
this
You
right?
watching? You watching?
I'm getting on this.
I'm good enough.
Okay.
I'm
Is
good
there a
enough.
time limit on this game?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that could have been a
3
winner, too.
weeks. Okay.
This is the rave of all the kids.
Okay.
This is what we
this
do.
one here.
This is
we're
what we do
doing
for a
right
living
now.
right now.
Try to keep it on the table.
It's not working.
No, it's not working.
Does
Oh,
it
come
really
on. That was
work?
close.
This is
Does it
probably your
really
worst
work?
game ever.
Oh, we see you were close. Okay, we get 2 more tries.
Okay.
Close
Let's do
counts. That was
Okay, I guess my last
last
try.
time.
Okay, that's
Last
it.
try.
You get one more after
We're gonna have
this.
to go to a
Girl.
studio vote.
Okay, we got to get the closest. You ready?
You have the manual dexterity of a duck.
Come on. All right, here it is.
snap it.
Here it is. This is it. Winner.
We're the winner chicken dinner.
Oh, all right.
Not really.
Well, we tried. We'll do the home game, I guess. So we'll be back We'll be racked.
We'll be racked.
We'll be right
We'll be
back.
racked and
We'll be right
speeded.
back. Thank Juju for coming.
Thanks,
We'll be
Juju.
right back after this. Okay, maybe it's 15 minutes.
Now, deep, dark devil's food with a flavor secret. Duncan Hines Devil's Food with the chocolate tree secret. A secret that starts far off in Africa, where choice chocolate trees like this yield rich cocos to put fudgy flavor in Duncan Hines Devil's Food. Taste it. Every luscious bite moist, dark, chocolatey rich. Duncan Hines Devil's Food, the mix with the chocolate tree secret.
Welcome back. Hey, everybody. I'm enjoying my gluten ball, and it is delicious because it's high in fructose, sucrose, and other roses, maybe even cirrhose.
Sclerosis.
So, hang on, I got to address something. Lee, I noticed, Lee, you were on the phone over the break.
I was.
And, excuse me. And it's company time. Okay?
I know.
So I would really appreciate it if you
But
wouldn't.
see, what you don't
your
understand
trouser guy.
is the whole first segment where we were talking about our sponsor, gluten. I was on the phone with the National Gluten Board, a bunch of Canadians, and they were not really thrilled that we were punning or punching jokes at their product. And I informed them that we love their product, we just don't understand it. So if they could do some marketing and help us Americans understand what gluten really is,
Yeah.
I think it's an anagram.
Oh.
I do.
What's an anagram?
It's all the letters are mixed up to make something else.
Oh, so what is it?
I haven't come up with that yet
Okay.
because it's Canadian. But I will
Starts
figure
with-
it out.
Ends with A, right?
All the letters have to be combined to form a double helix. And then once we figure out what that is, then I'll Fibonacci it for you.
That's the Fibonacci.
The Fibonacci sequence,
triangle with
that
the
we
eye
talked
up top
about
and all
on
that.
the bus today.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
'Cause I can't drive.
I'm done riding the bus with you because I don't know.
It's
So-
because of my harness, isn't it?
No, it's because you left your car.
helmet.
You left your car at the auto mechanic place. You know,
Oh.
the donut and nail salon place.
Yes,
I
yes.
used to pick that up.
That was the foot massage and barbecue place. Yeah.
Right back to you now.
Yeah, I think gluten is actually like the glue in between the stalks of celery that keeps the sinews together. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, everybody. We have a good treat for you today because Kevin Kohrman is here. He is a DJ and entrepreneur. Would you please welcome Kevin Kohrman? Hello.
Applause. That's the most applause we've got.
Oh, and by the way, before I ask him any questions, we are at a capacity crowd tonight. I believe, what is the number?
1,237, including the VIP section.
Yes.
That were here for our last guest. That
Known
Rita,
as the V-Bots.
Rita Barreptatus, whatever her name was.
Ritumalta!
Ritumalta says all her sisters and kin are right in front there. We appreciate that.
I think they came for the buffet.
Survivors of the revolution thing.
That's right. Revolutionary.
Capacity
Which is going
crowd.
around the sun once.
Don't forget your gluten-free bags underneath your chairs.
And they're not
From
gluten-free
Canada.
because they have gluten in them.
They're gluten disgusting from Canada.
Okay, so tell us about DJing. I hear you had to go put yourself through school, and DJing helped you?
Yeah, so I was able to pay for school through DJing, so it actually worked out pretty well. So I started when I was 16.
Wow.
So started doing weddings and stuff like that, and then when I turned 18, I kind of got into radio here in town, in the Fort Wayne market, and it just kind of built itself up from there. So I started doing nightclubs and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just to kind of keep it interesting.
What's the most requested song?
Right now?
Yeah. I didn't ask you that ahead of time.
No, you're fine. Unfortunately, it's still the wobble. I get a lot. And Keep It Shuffle.
Oh.
And Uptown Funk is still
That's a good one.
fairly popular.
I don't like any songs that tell me what to do.
Right.
Slide to the left. Stop it.
You know what, man? I wish they would fade out.
I know.
But as DJs, we get it every single week.
Are you still using records?
No, I use the digital platform. So it's an all-in-one.
Okay.
It's easier for mobility. And, when you're with a bunch of people who may have had a drink or two, records sometimes aren't exactly the easiest thing to manage when somebody comes up and bumps it.
Oh yeah.
Can't you take them off though and just whip it like a frisbee?
Yep. Sometimes I play on vinyl, but it just kind of depends on.
Do you wear vinyl?
On the event. On Thursdays.
Oh,
Two shows on Thursdays.
What is it?
Thursdays, 2 shows.
2 shows on Thursdays in vinyl.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a vinyl suit. 3
Has
piece.
anybody ever gotten hurt at your little gigs?
Yeah, actually, there was a school dance. It was down in Indianapolis area, and it was probably 500-600 kids. It was going really well. A lot of energy. Everybody's jumping, and look down, and yeah, exactly. Boots and cats and boots and cats.
Boots and cats and boots
And
and cats.
look up. Everybody's having a great time. I look down. Get another song ready to go. Look back up, nobody's dancing. Giant circle. And I said, oh no. This can't be good.
Fight. It's got to be a fight.
And well, that's what I thought at first. But nobody was chanting and screaming. So I was
go,
like,
kill
"Ugh."
him. Kill.
So come to find out, this girl broke her leg. Her leg was, or her knee. No, I'm sorry, she didn't break her leg. Her kneecap was on the side of her leg now.
That's not good.
And so they brought an ambulance in and carried her out. I guess
They brought an ambulance into the gymnasium?
Yep. Backed it right in, the 2 doors.
Indianapolis school's got big bucks.
Big doors.
And
Big doors,
and yeah, so that was interesting. But the party went on, and
Cleaned
she
up
was
the blood.
okay. But yeah, other than that, I've been pretty lucky. No heart attacks.
Well, she wasn't, but yeah. No heart attacks.
You got to bring
Yeah,
up the
no heart
intensity.
attacks. Knock on wood up to this point, because
Yeah.
Is that bad
you
for
get 'em
business?
dancing.
Yeah.
Heart attacks?
Yeah.
Just wheel them off.
Exactly.
Get 'em out of the way,
It's not great for
move on.
business, but
Now, do you have a defibrillator with the little kit, your little
no, but I
DJ
need
kit?
that. That's a good
That'd be
idea.
kind of cool.
Just in case. You never know.
Because this gluten thing is
Oh,
going
my
to take
gosh.
off, and so we might have to have a defibrillator.
Mm-hmm.
So DJing, and that could put you through school.
Yeah.
So how many years of school did you have? 4?
So
All 4?
I started actually going for news broadcasts. I changed my
okay.
major to marketing, just to kind of help me out with my business. And so I ended up going 5 years. So it helped, thank God.
Wow.
I have a little bit of student loans, but it's...
So are you still DJing even though you're out of school?
Oh, absolutely.
Still doing it?
Yeah, it's my full-time gig now.
So you really don't look forward maybe to Fridays and Saturdays. You look forward to Monday morning.
It depends. It's I love what I do, but yeah, Sundays are our days, and I love Mondays too. So, but yeah, I mean it's fun. It's they're long days. I'll go do a wedding, and then right after that I'll leave and head to the nightclub, and I'll be there until like 4.
Wow, 4 in the morning. You've seen the 4 in the morning, haven't you? Twice? When? When you were born and when you were 3?
Both those 2 times we went out with you.
Oh.
When we were down at Paducah.
Oh yeah.
You don't remember that, do you?
I don't. Was that the Benny Goodman?
That was the Benihana
night.
celebration that you almost got your fingers chopped off.
Yes, and
you
that
thought
was
you could do a sushi chef thing.
I was a sous chef for about
Takioka
40
Makalukis.
minutes, I think. And
yeah, we were up till 4 in the morning with you in the ER.
Yeah, when somebody comes at you with a butter knife, you just have to.
I just pushed you in front of me.
Yeah, it's true. So DJing, which you're also an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And so you, what was it, motivational speaker?
Yeah, I do that. So when I was in high school, I went to the Purdue High School Entrepreneurship Academy, where it's 50 kids from Indiana, all go to Purdue for a week, and I really enjoyed it and actually learned a lot. So every year I go back, I volunteer to go speak to the kids and just kind of tell them that you don't have to have $1 million and you don't have to be in your 30s to start a business. Even late 20s, you can start it even at the age of 16, 17. So just it's just nice. For them to hear somebody who's around their age actually trying to do something. So yeah, I do that, and then I've done a couple schools, high schools. So yeah, I enjoy it. I want to do more of that, but one thing at a time.
So would you be willing to travel like across the country and do it full time if it
I'd
ever
love
came to it?
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
So your main point to people is you can do what you want as long as you work at it and have a strong work ethic. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Right.
You can do it real early even.
Exactly. And I know it's kind of cliche. You can do whatever you want if you work hard. But at the end of the day, that's kind of where I see everything going to is, they're not making it any easier to have a regular job.
Yeah.
Where
Tony.
people my age are going to be old enough where, retirement. Are you going to have a pension or what? Make your own. So We'll see how it goes.
Is
He's
there
a young
anything,
Tony Robbins.
What?
He's a young Tony Robbins. Did you ever meet that guy? His hand's like as big as like a basketball, and he puts but motivational speaking. That's what he does.
I do it all
but
day.
Kevin does. You
Every
don't.
day.
You don't do anything.
Do you have the microphone like the ShamWow guy?
No.
Like, boom this and boom that.
No, I do. I prefer a wireless microphone just because
Like this?
when I'm in the booth, I know it's weird. But it just depends. No,
Yeah.
I don't wear a
You don't-
headset.
oh,
or
man, that'd be
anything like
awesome.
that. I know. That'd be interesting.
Because one of the main points, or one of the emphases, those things,
Emphysema.
when you're doing a motivational speaker thing, is when you really want to emphasize something, you take the microphone away.
Right.
Then they gotta, hear
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You can't do that if it's a thing.
No, you're right. I thought you were talking about DJing. But for motivational speaking,
Yeah.
yeah, I would probably prefer a headset.
Yeah.
Tony's still working on his
Into it,
segues.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're like this and that, and you get out of here and all that stuff,
Yeah. So it's fun.
And boots and cats.
Boots and cats.
Boots
you
and
know?
cats.
It all comes back
So
to it.
so motivational speaker, DJ. What else do you do? There's got to be more than that. That doesn't sound like very
Yeah,
much.
I mean, I'm kind of all over the place, to be
Yeah.
honest. I just try to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. If I'm introduced to something and it sounds interesting, I want to pursue it. So, for example, my sister got into scuba diving.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. So I dabble in that, once or twice a year. And then my cousin is a skydiver, and he talked me into going a couple summers ago, and I kind of fell in love with that. So I'm definitely an adrenaline.
What's
junkie,
that
you could say.
What's that initial feeling you get when you jump out of a plane?
Terror.
What's that feel like?
The scariest part is when they open the door for the first time. So,
Oh.
when you get on the plane, you're like, you're okay. And then when it takes off, you're like, oh, shoot. What's going on, And then you get up to altitude, and at that point, they yell door, and the door flies open, and that's where it really hits you. Like, what is
Because
going
there's a
on?
rush of the wind and all
Yep,
that.
it's about 30 degrees colder up there.
Oh, wow.
And then you're looking down, and obviously, but it's almost so surreal that you don't get scared. Your adrenaline kicks in at that point. And I did my first jump with an instructor, so that wasn't as bad.
Okay.
Because you don't really have
Strapped
to do
to the
anything.
person?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've done a couple student jumps by myself, so that's a little crazy.
Where do
Climbing out of
they-
the plane and letting go?
Where do they put the vomit?
Wherever it lands.
Okay.
Yeah, usually in a Walmart somewhere nearby.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Where it splats
You
down.
Probably
really
lands
aim
on
for
you.
that.
I don't even know if you could throw up, to be honest.
Really?
You'd throw
as
in.
fast as you're going, you don't even have time.
Yeah.
You get a little nauseous when the parachute deploys because it jerks you. And sometimes, you'll get a little nauseous when you're flying down once
Little
the
pee?
parachute's deployed.
Maybe a little pee?
I'm pretty sure it just evaporates pretty quickly. So, and then scuba diving, you don't want to pee either.
Probably
with a
not.
wetsuit.
You should combine that, like what the Navy SEALs do. You parachute into the water with all
people
your
do
scuba
it
gear.
with scuba gear on.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's just madness.
I did
love
that
it.
when I was in
It's like a
Special Forces.
triathlon.
Well, yeah, but you got to put the suit on as you're falling. Wetsuit, which is a bit of a pain because of flippers.
I would say that
126 miles an hour. It's hard to get those little flippers on.
Flippers would be
That
interesting.
would be kind of difficult.
I don't actually think that happens. Well, you're wearing the mask and you're breathing and you're falling the parachuting, and then you take the parachute off to put all the stuff on, and then you land and you're pretty much done.
And you make tea.
You make tea with your insides,
Read the paper
which are outside then.
on your way down.
But only the sports section, because that's all you get
Sporting,
to, 'cause-
rather sporting of you.
Yeah, I'll
well.
skip that part.
Yeah.
I'm
How
not a
long?
big
How long does it
sports guy.
take to fall? Like from the time you jump
It
out.
depends
to
on the
time you land?
height. So as a student jumper,
If it's deployed, that is.
So where I'm at right now is 3,500 feet. Once you get your license and everything, you'll start at 10,000 feet. So I guess when I did my tandem, which is having somebody with you, that's 10,000 feet, and that's about 30 to 45 seconds, or no, I'd say about 30 seconds of free fall, and then maybe 5 or so minutes of fly time. But it's pretty crazy. I mean,
Wow.
first time you go, you get to steer it, and
Yeah.
So you have about 30 seconds of screaming.
pretty
about
much
5
just
minutes of
what's
vomiting.
going on. I'd highly recommend it to anybody, though. I mean, it does.
No, bad idea.
What'd you do?
We'll talk later.
Yeah. It'd be better. Probably be better to free fall first, not second, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you have
deploy
two
it
shoots.
Yeah.
Well, like
Always
they told my
important.
mom when she went with me my first time, we promise one way or another we'll get him to the ground. So I don't know if that helped or hurt.
Yeah, not too quickly.
Either way, it was a fun experience. And,
How much training did you have to do for that?
So when you go tandem, you don't have any. I mean, they go through some basics of what's going to happen and everything like that. But when you become a student, you watch about a 3-hour movie. And then
Braveheart, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How'd you guess? And then after that, you go through with an instructor. They go over all the maneuvers and they test you on, if you look up, that's what they say, count to 3 and look up and pray to God there's a parachute above you.
Oh.
And, you just look at photos of if it looks like this, you're in trouble, and, pull the reserve chute. And if it's tangled, there's ways to untangle it. So
what do you do if it's tangled?
You literally reach up and grab the wires and you spin them around and you spin yourself around.
While you're free falling.
Yeah. It's going to slow you down because it's still going to deploy, but you don't want to go down with tangled ropes.
No.
So, yeah, it's just a matter of, if this happens, this is how you do it. It's the same as scuba diving. You really learn of what not to do. And because it's a lot safer than it used to be, both sports. They've come a long ways.
Yeah.
So the equipment, for the most part, is fairly safe.
It's like an iron lung, right?
Exactly. Like they say, the reserve chute's 99% effective because it has to get shipped out. A certified, somebody certified has to pack it. It has to have a seal on it. There's computers on them now. If you go below a certain altitude, let's say you jump out and you pass out, when you reach a certain altitude, it'll automatically deploy.
Oh,
that'd
so
be good
easy.
for you, Tony.
Exactly.
So don't do anything.
You just take a nap on your way down.
Just push you out of the airplane.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that instead of driving.
Well, we're in Flagstaff, so they have a jump school just down the road.
Just down the road.
Just down
right
the
by
road.
the flag, actually.
Right by the flag. Don't land on the flag.
It's flooding, right? So you'll land in
land
water.
in
You'll
water.
be fine either way.
Yeah, water's easier to land in too at 125 miles
You
an
don't
hour.
need a parachute if you land in water.
Water's softer. It's wetter.
Just do a perfect dive and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Head first.
Of course.
Yeah.
It is
So
perfect dive.
what's like the most cool thing that happened while you're scuba diving?
We recently went to Florida. I finally saw a sea turtle. That was kind of been my goal forever. He was big. He was probably about the size of this table. And we all had our cameras and everything, and we got him on tape. And that was really neat. So he came up to us, and come to find out later that our dive master was telling us, like, yeah, you really don't want to get bit by one of those. And he was coming straight for me. And then I had my camera, and then he turned and he took off. But saw that, saw a big shark. That was kind of neat. I was kind of down doing, doing its own thing. But that's the scary part about the ocean, I will say. You turn around and it's just like the movies. It's just pure blue and darkness, and foggy for the most part. Farther out, and it's just one of those things you just don't want to see a giant head pop out of nowhere.
No.
A clown.
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Clownfish.
Darn clownfish.
Those aminals can really bite hard, can't they?
They
those
can.
animals
Little,
are serious.
little nippy thingers.
But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We had a scare down there though.
What was it?
The first dive we went down. So what happens is, I'll try to make this short. So we went to one dive and then we were going to float with the current to the next dive.
Have you told your mom this yet? Does she know this? Or is she going
I
to see
think
this
she
for
knows.
the first
I think
time?
she knows. But this was kind of freaky.
Okay.
We were out in the ocean, huge waves. I mean, we have a dive master with a flag on top. So you don't surface unless you are on the line, is what they call it. Because you can't just come up in the middle of the ocean. You'll get hit by a boat or anything like that.
Or get the bends.
Yeah, you don't want to have that either. But anyways, we went from one to the other. And as we were on our way to the other, we were actually fighting the current, which is horrendous. And my cousin, shout out to Lucas, he ran out of air by the time we got to the second wreck.
Oh.
So he breathed a lot of air very quickly. I was getting low because we were really struggling to get there. We get to the second wreck and our dive master's gone. There's nowhere to be found. There's no line. We're down there. I'm running low on air. My sister's with me. We're like, what do we do? You can't talk underwater.
But, take your mask off.
So
Get you right on a whiteboard.
he's like, I got to go up. I'm out of air. So he just surfaces. And my sister and I are looking, and we're asking everybody, like, and they're like, we don't know. And I was down. You're supposed to surface at about 1,000 psi left in your tank. Well, I was down to about 300, 250, and we're about 60 feet down. Finally, the line appears. Grabbed it, and I shoot up. fairly quickly, and I come up with like 50 psi, which is not smart.
Near
but
dead.
No.
Yeah, I was about to just shoot up and just say, I got to get up.
Yeah.
I'm going to run out of air. But come to find out, a boat had ran over our line, got tangled in it, pulled our instructor, and he had to go up while we were all still under. This was the first dive of the day, in a place where we had no idea where we were, and had to untangle it out of the engine and then go back down. So yeah, that was kind of freaky.
I thought
but other than that,
dive master left because you didn't put quarters in them. You had to go back and put more quarters in.
Exactly.
Park,
We ran out of time. So no, but it's just little fun experiences.
Wow. You got anything else for this guy?
Thrill seeker.
Any
Thrill
razzing?
seeker. I don't know. I think the whole diving thing is fun. I don't scuba. I snorkel, which is fun, like in a lake, where there's no waves or fish or anything really. Just lay there. It's like reverse floating
in the mud.
Like this, you're more like this, and you're snorkeling and you look down. Yeah, you should take whiteboards to write underwater.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, see, I read that.
See,
somewhere.
snorkels freak me out because I feel like I'm going to go a little bit too far and I'm just going to get a
right down the
mouthful of
tube.
water.
Yeah.
I just
Well, you can just drink
can't
that.
deal with it.
Just drink it. It's water. It's water.
It's not necessarily just it's fish food.
No, it's water.
It's fish food.
Maybe fresh water, but not so much salt.
Well,
Maybe
the water we drink, was stepped on by dinosaurs. It's all the same water.
They're gone.
Yeah, but they stepped in it a gazillion years ago.
Well, it's clean now.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Back to you.
Well, hey, I thank you for coming.
Absolutely,
and
appreciate
nice
it,
to see
Tony.
you and meet you.
What about the game?
And we're going to do our little, because on Mastication Station, what do?
Play games.
We play our game.
Ooh, all
so
right.
here it is. And since you're a DJ, you've probably seen people do this before. You want to practice?
No.
He's
No?
probably seen with beer bottles.
Well,
Never. I don't know what
This
you're
is
talking
water,
about.
H2O, quality.
Okay, good
Who
idea.
goes first, Judge?
I need to talk to my counsel. They say you go first
Me?
because you're worthless.
Okay. Okay, we're going to see who gets the most out of, how many?
Eight.
We do
Eight. Eight tosses.
Okay, eight tosses.
It's got to spin twice. That's what I want.
All right.
It's got to flip twice to count.
No, it doesn't.
Does mine have to flip twice?
Not really, since he's changing the rules.
Oh!
One.
Okay. Oh, come on.
That's not good.
I've been practicing so much.
You got to get more height.
More height?
More height. Oh, that's good. Oh, see,
not
well,
help.
it came back up. It did. Maybe
I
not.
think this is my fourth one. Oh, that one didn't look good at all.
Here we go.
Okay. What if I do?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Shake up that
little bit.
fish poo water.
See, I thought that would help.
Is this a trick bottle?
Maybe it's got to be
Is this
distilled
weighted?
water.
Oh, that
It's
was
weighted by
horrendous.
water.
That was terrible.
Oh!
He's got one.
You gotta read that.
No, he's
I
got
got one.
He's got
Oh, yeah,
one. You got to hit it on this
8
one.
throws, so.
Oh, okay.
There you go. You're one out of 6.
Oh!
You're both 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6.
get it
You
every
got
time.
2 more.
Oh, sure. Okay.
2 more. That was amazing. 1 out of 7.
No.
7.
Okay. Is this my last one?
This is 1 out of 7. This is your last one.
Okay. Okay, here we go. I get one.
got one. That's
Come on,
pretty
Ty.
good, though.
Come on,
Daddy
Ty.
needs a new pair of pants.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Appreciate
we'll be right
it.
back after
Nice to
this.
see you, Kevin.
Morning, sweetheart.
Hi. Can I fix you some eggs?
How about oatmeal?
Okay.
Samantha, I thought I told you no witchcraft.
I didn't.
Don't cover up. It takes time to make oatmeal. There's not even a pot around.
There's no trick to it. Really. I used instant Quaker oatmeal. You just pour a packet into a bowl, add boiling water, stir, and it's done. With instant Quaker, anyone can make oatmeal in a hurry. Even mortals.
Welcome back. We've had a fun-packed, action-packed, gluten-free, not gluten-free, gluten-full,
Double gluten.
double gluten show. So, welcome back to Mastication Station. The audience members, thank you very much for coming. And Flagstaff, thank you very much for being such gracious hosts. And everybody, please remember that under your chair is a little care package with gluten-full cookies, double gluten-full cookies.
double gluten.
What else is in there?
Stick of gum.
Yeah, and it's actually gluten gum. So this is a gum that you can actually get the gluten from. So as you chew it on the go. So if you need to email us, you can email us right about here, I'd say. Yeah, right there. That's masticationstation@yahoo.com. Masticationstation@yahoo.com. If you have any questions, concerns, quips, or perhaps
Puns.
Anecdotes for gluten. Or palindromes for gluten.
Paladimians.
What's the word you said?
Isn't a palindrome an elephant?
A palindrome, I think, is when the word's backwards is forwards, like mom and
Bob.
Hannah.
Well, then how's an elephant a palindrome then?
It's not. It's pachyderm.
Pachyderm.
Yeah.
Pack your own germs.
Pack
a bunch of germs.
It's a pack of skin, because derm means skin.
Derm? Like epidermis?
It's very thick skin.
Dermal?
I'll take C.
42.
So what's coming up with you? What are we doing?
We're looking forward to the holidays.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang out with you guys again, and
yeah.
And your gaggle of people and my gaggle of people and
crumb crunchers.
I think we'll do the whole Christmas thing.
Mm-hmm.
You'll come in as Santa Claus again.
Yes.
That was a big hit.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get the sleigh because we lost the horses and the sleigh last year. We still haven't found them.
We haven't found them yet.
No.
I
blame the Amish. I think they've taken them.
They might have. So it was when you take it, pilfered.
It's like pachyderm.
They pilfered the
These
horse.
are all P words today, except for gluten, which is a G word.
Which is a G word. It's got a P in there somewhere, sure.
After you eat enough gluten, you probably have to at some point.
True, so
holidays, Christmas, and
New
New
Year's.
We'll do the whole thing. We'll do the hotel and the big pouvla and the bang.
You snorkel in the pool.
Be snorkeling in the
bathtub.
champagne fountain.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I ended up last year.
Yeah. And they didn't find you for what? 3 or 4 days?
They didn't find me, the sleigh, or the horses. It was a good time.
That might have been a really good.
I like
situation.
being in Flagstaff. It's not cold down here.
It's a dry cool.
It's a dry heat, which they always people in Flagstaff, they always say it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
And that's an oven.
Yes.
We call that an oven.
It's very
up
hot.
north.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your bodily
like a
fluids
sauna.
Without the moisture.
Yeah. Because you have to put the water over the rocks. And all
Yeah.
that.
Are we going to golf tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
You get up before 10.
10's pushing it.
10, 11. Let's golf at 11.
11 o'clock.
At that course right next to the hotel. Mm-hmm. The one with the waterfalls and the windmills and the lion. Romito opened his mouth. Oh. That was a very good interview. I thought she was very nice.
She was very interesting.
Very
That was very interesting. And she did on the fly, too, because she's one of our, she's on our sub list. So, and that does
Sub guest list?
Yes.
Below the guest.
Yes.
So we have our guest list and then we have her below the guest
now,
list.
if I ever have somebody not show up again, then we're going to have Juju again.
If she watches the show, she's going to know she's been delegated to the sub list.
We'll talk about, all the same stuff.
She's going to want more money this next time.
The next time we do it, it'll be a little quicker because you say the same things over and over again.
Right. I mean, we know her real well now.
Yeah, I think so.
You just have to say her name right. And Kevin, I thought, was very nice.
Yeah.
Quite a young man.
Yeah.
Paid his way through college by DJing.
Wow. Yeah.
But gets tired of that.
Boots and cats.
Boots and cats and boots and cats.
Yeah. Well, I think we've totally beaten that horse.
Yeah.
So, hey, everybody, email us at masticationstation@yahoo.com. Watch the show. I've got a ton others. This is number 8, I think.
My gosh.
And so you can score
You're
at
number
home.
2.
We have a scoring checklist that you can, how many times we've said
Nelson rating.
certain things. So, all right. Have a good one. We'll see you next time, or you'll see us. Goodbye, everybody.
For sending us down these cookies, and folks. Okay.
Oh,
So no the cookie. Go get a stunt cookie.
yeah.